Hi guys, I'm back with another video today and I'm super excited about this one. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite must-have baby products for a newborn. All of these things are super simple things that I wish I would have had before I brought my baby home from the hospital. I had a baby 4.5 months ago and I feel like in just that short amount of time I've kind of become more, not an expert, I wouldn't say an expert, but like more informed on the newborn stage and what things you actually need. I remember being pregnant and being so overwhelmed with all of the baby products that are out there. But these are the things, like I said, that I wish I would have had beforehand, because these are the things I actually used. And they're all really simple little things that I think any mom or parent could use and could benefit from. So the first thing I want to talk about, I don't have with me because it's too big and it's in the other room, but is the Fisher-Price Rock and Play. This thing is awesome. I think every parent should have one. My baby loved it. We found it at Ross. I think it was Ross. Like a couple months before my baby was due, and it was like less than 30 bucks. And we used it all the time those first few months. And we still use it, honestly. The first couple weeks, my baby slept in it a lot during the day, like for his naps. And it's not technically approved for overnight sleeping, but a lot of people use it for overnight sleeping anyway, especially if your baby has like reflux. It's really nice because it kind of tilts them up. And my pediatrician recommended that if the baby has reflux. So, I don't know, do what you want about the overnight sleeping thing. But I love this product, even if they don't sleep in it, even if it's just to sit them in while you take a shower. I don't know what it is about it because it's such a simple little thing, but the babies love it. Newborns just like snuggle up and it's so cute and it's so nice. We took it a couple times like on vacation and stuff when we took it to the beach. We took it to like the lake. It's super light and easy to just like move it around, so it's awesome. I definitely recommend that if you don't already have one. The next thing that I love is this nose Frida. If you've never seen these before, they might look kind of weird, but basically you just take this and you suck up the snot out of your baby's nose. This is what we got from the hospital, and this is usually what is traditionally used to do that, and this works too. But this is so much more effective, and you can actually see what stuff you get out of your baby's nose, which is kind of gross but kind of satisfying if you have a stuffy nosed baby. You want to help them be able to breathe, and this is awesome for doing that. You don't get snot like in your mouth from doing it. There is a filter on the inside, and these things are also pretty cheap. I think they're like 15 bucks at Target. I'll put a link down below to all of these items, and I'll try to find them at like the lowest price point and put them there. But yeah, this is awesome. I use this all the time. I used it when he was a newborn and I use it now. And this was one of those things that I didn't get until he was probably like 2 weeks old, and I wish I would have had it sooner because it would have helped a little better than the little suction bulb. The next thing that I love are these hand and face wipes. If you're like me and you're kind of like a paranoid new mom, you're going to be really worried about people touching your baby or your baby reaching up and touching things. And these little wipes are awesome to use on their little hands and their face. They're antibacterial wipes, so they get rid of germs, but they're also safe for babies, if that makes sense. So they're alcohol free, so if you wipe them on your baby's hands and your baby puts his hand in his mouth, it's okay. And I really love that because before I was like, well, do I use antibacterial, like like Purell, like do I use that on the baby? And I feel like that's too strong. I don't want to put those chemicals on him and stuff. And so yeah, so I use this a lot. I still do, because babies, even though they just sit there all day, there's like people that come up and touch them and kiss them, and I don't know, it's just nice to have this whole thing to help kind of clear away the germs. They're super cheap. Huggies has like the main brand of them, but these ones are like the generic brand from Target, and they work just as well. They're just a little cheaper, and I really like them. The next thing that I want to talk about is swaddling. So if you have a baby that's a newborn, chances are they're not going to be easy to sleep for the first little while, and it'll get better, I promise. The first few weeks are so hard with sleep and stuff, but it gets back to normal, you get adjusted and stuff. But during those first few weeks, swaddling is like what saves you and what gets you a little bit of sleep. So I had this, what brand is this? It's a Nuru swaddle. And basically you just put your baby in one of these pockets, depending on how big they are. And then you just cross this over and it Velcros like that. And I can't really tell right now because there's not a baby in it, but it ends up there like, it's almost like a little sleeping bag for the baby, and just their head is out. And they love it, and it helped my baby sleep for a long time. Because I wasn't really good at swaddling. Like, I was too afraid to do it tight, so I would like do it loose, and then my baby would break out and it would be completely pointless. My husband was good at it, but I just wanted something simpler, and so these were awesome to use because it was simple. Just put them in, Velcro it, lay them down, let them go to sleep. And so I definitely recommend these. I know there's a couple different brands, and I'll link a bunch of them below. But like I said, I have the Nuru one, and it was awesome. I still use it sometimes for my baby because he's way too big for this, like for his whole body to go in it. But I put it like up to like his breastbone so his arms are out, and then I Velcro it, and so it's kind of like a partial snuggle. But now that he's like starting to kind of roll over and stuff, I don't want his hands like tucked in anyway. So anyway, you can use this for a while, and they're awesome. Totally recommend it. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is a thermometer. You will want one for your baby when it's a newborn and stuff. And again, if you're a paranoid mom like me and you're always worried about your baby being sick, I have used this so many times. It's one of those, like a thermometer is not really something I feel like you think of before you have a baby, but it is important to get one. And this one is an awesome one. It's the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer. I think it's supposed to be like the most accurate one out there. I got it, I think my mom gave it to me at my baby shower, and at the time I was like, okay, whatever. But it's honestly probably the most used thing I have. It's super simple, this one. You just kind of tap it on their forehead and drag it across, and it takes their thermometer like instantly. You don't have to put it in their mouth or in their bum or anywhere else. It's super quick and simple, and you can do it while they're sleeping, and like I said, it's really accurate, so you can know if there's anything wrong with your baby. My baby, for some reason, he just like runs hot. Like he always just feels warm, and I've like taken his temperature so many times because I'm like, I'm sure he has a fever, he's so hot, and he never does. And I've asked the doctors about it, and they said it's normal. But anyway, so this kind of gave me peace of mind just to know, okay, he doesn't have a fever. Totally love this one. It's awesome. The next thing, I don't have it in here, but I have an Ergo baby carrier, and I totally recommend everyone get a carrier. It doesn't have to be an Ergo baby. Those ones are kind of pricey, and I saved up for a while and just recently bought it. But I also had like a cheap little like ring sling that I found on Amazon. I think it was under 20 bucks, and so I'll link that below too, and it was awesome. You'll want to do stuff around the house, and you'll want to go out and walk around the mall or Target, and sometimes your baby doesn't want to cooperate and your baby wants you to hold them. So these carriers are awesome because they just keep the baby right by you, and they're happy and you're happy because you can move. And so I'll link below to my favorite carriers. I've tried 3 different ones. Didn't really like the first one. I had like a boba. That one was okay. It was just like really, it would get really hot. And I had my baby in the summer, so it was really hot. Then the ring sling I got off Amazon was awesome. It had like breathable fabric, so it didn't get hot. And then the Ergo baby is awesome. I love it so much. So I'll link all those below. The last and final thing, that's kind of dumb to say. Okay. The last thing that I want to talk about is probably the most simplest little thing, but it is diaper rash cream. This is my favorite brand. It's called Destin. And I tried the butt paste, which was a different brand. of diaper rash cream, and I didn't really like it so much. It kind of smelled funky, and I don't know. But this stuff is awesome. I really like it. Babies are gonna get diaper rashes. It just happens all the time, and obviously, you know, you're gonna want to change their diapers like really frequently. My baby was eating so much, and so he was peeing constantly, so I was like constantly changing his diaper and stuff. But especially when they start sleeping through the night or longer through the night, they're gonna get diaper rash. And so have some diaper rash cream ready on hand to use when that happens, so you don't like see a diaper rash and be like, oh, we need to go to the store. You'll just have it right there. Like I said, Destin is awesome. I love it. I also have heard that if your baby has a diaper rash, to put them in a bath with baking soda, with like 2 tablespoons of baking soda, and let them sit in there for 10 minutes, and just do that like a couple times a day, and it'll help. And I did try that, and it worked. And so if you have a baby with diaper rash, that's another little trick I learned. Anyway, those are my little must-haves. I hope that if you're having a baby soon, that maybe you'll consider buying some of these or asking for them for like your baby shower or whatever. But like I said, these things I use all the time. I not only used them when he was a newborn, but I still use them now, and he's almost 5 months old. So yeah, they're awesome. Anyway, please subscribe and let me know if there's any other videos I should make, or if you have any questions or anything. I will be so happy to answer them. Thank you so much.